Okay, next up, you could add the Hammer of Justice for the maze. And for this, I'm gonna reference my old friend, the Spiders resource, okay? So these are supposed to be the actual textures from Deltarune. So I can just copy those over, which is a massive image, and it's gonna give me access to this guy and then all the ways that he looks. So I can try to do the Hammer of Justice. And my first instinct is just to copy the palette that they have in Deltarune, which is always very extreme. It's always very contrasty. But this game's art style is basically, well, the pixel art is nice. Well, you know, they have their whole thing going on. But I've noticed that what makes a lot of the characters and items iconic is exactly their colors. Okay, by taking the literal colors and then changing the palette, because it is a very wild palette, as you can see. We can probably just expand it a little bit, right? Thin it out a little bit, take the edge off, you know, and we've turned it into 6 colors now. And it is still very reminiscent of the actual original palette. I kind of probably want to get rid of this. It's very deep black. Then again, these are the exact colors that make the Deltarune and Undertale, for that matter, art styles iconic. So you also really kind of want to stick to them. But I'm gonna try this out for now, okay? Maybe this could be good. I mean, we won't know until we import it into BlockBench. You'll see in a minute, okay? Just bear with me. We'll also need a handle. So I'm gonna try to make everything fit in one texture. That's always what I try to do. This is what I'm gonna guess is gonna look good. And then I'm gonna drag this into a BlockBench to make it 3D. Click extrude image upright. Yeah, scale it up by 2. Does it still fit? There you go, that worked. Great. Okay, now the idea I had for this, if it's interesting, if not, we're gonna have to try something else. But for the 2D variant, is have this on an angle, which won't match with that. And then we'll have a connecting piece like that. How's that? You know, so then you kind of have a semi 3D element there. How's that for the model? You know what? This sucks. This is not the way. So that's how you lose some time as well sometimes. You know, this shouldn't be straight. This should be at an angle. And maybe people watching this were already yelling this at their screen. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Trust the shape is what I said. Unless you're an idiot and you make a dumb shape sometimes. But this makes a lot more sense. Okay, let's do this at an angle. All right, how's this look? I also think I want it a little bit bigger. All my renames are huge. But yeah, that's how she rolls. Let's try and do that again. Okay, this is all part of it. This is all, you know, I guess lost time, but it's part of the process. You know, I didn't know. I didn't want it like this. I guess I could have thought more logically because, you know, it's a 2D style. It's a bit of a goof, maybe. but that happens too. You know, I am far from the perfect pixel artist. I'll say it right now. And then again, next week, I'll just say that I'm the GOAT. So there's also that, which does put me in a bit of a predicament for space. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a Hammer of Justice square texture. Okay, I'm not gonna make it 3D right now, but I might as well have this texture. And then I can load these both in, so I can have the 3D elements in the other texture. The entire 3D hammer will just fit along with the head of the 2D hammer. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so this might be future-proofing, it might be dumb. And this can probably all be the same bit of UV. So that saves me space. Okay, that's a good way to do it, in case I need all this other stuff for the 3D variant. Well, I don't know. It will do what's best for the rename, but I think I'll get away with it. Should definitely get rid of all these faces here. So the game doesn't have to render this stuff, right? Because it'll be hidden by the head. So this makes it even more optimized. I mean, this all barely makes it optimized. It's like minor stuff, but all of it combined with all my renames, I'm sure it makes a difference. Some good progress here, looking artistic. Right, doing some anti-aliasing, which is my style, but also, well, default Minecraft style. But it's also done a lot in Deltarune. What Deltarune and Undertale always does is really distinct dark lines, kind of anti-aliased dark lines, and they're kind of hard to pull off. I'm doing it subtly now, the dark lines. Deltarune always has this really retro feel to their palettes, kind of this like grayish green, brownish, whatever this is. This is a nice color though, I like this color. And it is barely a color at that. Gotta try to not over texture it, because Deltarune has a pretty simple style, right? Like pretty minimalistic. And I'm already making it more detailed because it's supposed to be Java styled, right? It's supposed to somewhat blend with the rest of the weapons. Kind of looks bronzish. I don't know what it looks like. Maybe tin, isn't it? What does this palette look like? It's interesting. We have a new palette in Bare Default and it is almost straight out of Undertale. Look at that. Damn, I can't believe you made something out of it. I was kind of worried there for a second. Maybe it would be better if this was its own thing, because it is kind of clashing. You got the light here and the dark, so maybe we will take a little bit more space. We'll figure it out when we do the 3D rename, you know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. How's that? I like it. You guys like it? Let me know. And setting these display settings also takes a little bit of time, you know. Yeah, that's the Hammer of Justice done. Second rename. This took a lot longer. It took me like 40 minutes. But that's how she crumbles.